Alrighty, welcome back to the channel, or if it's your first time tuning in, my name is Ani. I'm a local broker here in the state of Arizona, bringing you that real estate knowledge and insight. And I like to provide you, the viewer, with some information about real estate investing. That's really my main specialty, is working with investors. Whether you're a buyer, a seller, a landlord, or to-be landlord, maybe a builder, a developer, anything residential real estate, I'm here to help you out. I do offer free home valuation reports to home sellers if you're interested in selling, or maybe you're a landlord or to-be landlord and need help with placing a renter or property management. I provide a free rental analysis for you, or if you're a home buyer, I do a free 30-minute consultation. So just remember that, or you can give me a buzz at 480-788-4118. Arizona is actually a landlord-friendly state. So this is for the investors who want to, or would-be investors who want to rent out their properties. You want to know this information. This is very important information for you. As you may or may not know, there are some states out there that are not landlord friendly. Well, Arizona is absolutely one of those that are landlord friendly. But always be sure to look at the Arizona Landlord and Tenant Act. It's online, it's free, you can download the PDF, learn a little bit about that. I always tell people, empower yourself, educate yourselves on what the state laws could be in your hometown, wherever that is. But in Arizona, you could look that up. It's the Arizona Landlord and Tenant Act. Okay, so I'm going to get right to it with this video. And this video is about the Arizona rent increase laws. So pay attention, or maybe rewind the video, take some notes, or again, if you have any questions, just give me a call or send me a message. Does Arizona have rent controls here? The answer to that is no. Arizona does not have rent control laws limiting the amount that landlords can charge the renters or ask for the rent, and then state law prohibits local governments from establishing their own rent control laws. So this is where you're going to find this information. I am not just making it up, but you can look up this information on the Arizona Revised Statutes. It's Title 33-1329, and this is what it says. It's the regulation of rents authority. Notwithstanding any other provisions of law to the contrary, the state legislature determines that the imposition of rent control on private residential housing units by cities, including charter cities and towns, is of statewide concern. Therefore, the power to control rents on private residential property is preempted by the state. Cities, including charter cities or towns, shall not have the power to control rents. So what do you guys think of this? I know that there are states that have rent controls and they limit that, what is it, 5 or 10%, per annual. Is that working out for you out there? If you're an investor, I'd like to hear from you. If you're in California, I know that they are not landlord friendly. What is your experience there? Has that been working out for you? Here, people favor rentals. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of build to rent communities out here. We're seeing, well, although financial institutions and the hedge funds and all those guys, iBuyers, they call them, they've kind of backed up a bit, nearly almost 45% actually, in purchasing property, although we are seeing multifamily construction on the up. And we're going to see over 125,000 new apartment construction in Phoenix too. But let me know your opinions or your thoughts or your experience on that. I'd really like to know about that. Okay, next one. How much can a landlord raise the rent by in Arizona? In Arizona, landlords can actually raise the amount of the rent by any amount. There's no rent control. So you can adjust it 100, 200, 300, whatever, a percentage, of the total rents in the annual. There is no legal limit or cap on this, which I believe in fair and reasonable business dealings. I don't believe in gouging renters at all whatsoever. I don't believe in that. I've seen it happen. I think it's sad. I think a lot of people are struggling these days. I don't think it's right per se, but I do believe that you have your rights as a business owner, and but I do believe in fair and reasonable dealings. So if you ask me, to me, it needs to be fair. It needs to be fair. That's right to me. That's more in lines of ethics and integrity. When can't a landlord raise the rent in Arizona? The landlord cannot raise the rents during the lease term. So if you signed a 1-year lease with the tenant, you cannot raise the rents during that period. You have to grant whatever the terms are that you established in that lease. Other is for certain discriminatory reasons like race or gender, or, look at the fair housing regulations and laws of that. You're not allowed to raise your rent for those certain reasons there, and or for certain retaliatory reasons. You might ask how much notice is needed to raise the rent in Arizona. I've got that answer for you. You can find that under the statutes, and that's going to be Title 33-1375, Periodic Tenancy, Holdover Remedies in Arizona. Landlords must give notice as follows. That's 30 days notice. So on a month-to-month lease, that's 30 days notice. And if it's a week-to-week lease, you got to give 10 days notice. Not business days, but calendar days. For tenants on a year lease, landlords must wait until the end of the lease term before increasing rent. There is no specific period required in this situation, but landlords are required to act in good faith, which falls under Statute 33-1311, obligation of good faith, right? Always reasonable, fair, in good faith. That's definitely my motto there. And how often can rent be increased in Arizona? In Arizona, you can increase that rent how many ever times you please, as long as there is sufficient notice to the tenant provided each time. So I hope this video answers a lot of your questions regarding that. If you're interested in becoming a landlord or are a landlord, or you have more questions, concerns, maybe you need some help. If you'd like a free rental analysis, give me a call at 480-788-4118 or send me an email, a message. I'd love to help you out. I hope this video helps you out. And again, my name is Ani. I'd love to see you on the next one. Thanks.